Sage. There it is. It's incognito. Incognito. What's up, everyone? I am the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, light worker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, yogi, guru, and messenger of God, with our second helping of Moon Day energy, provided by no other than the Lilith reincarnated. What's up, what's up, what's up? Hey, let me light some sage. Alright, in order to keep up with me, you would have had to catch earlier video that explained what all that shit is that we're about to get up into. I promise you, whatever it is, has to do with earlier video and all videos leading up to this video. My kid said something funny earlier. He's like, nobody's watching that shit. I was like, no, maybe not now, but my life will be studied forever. And then my daughter's like, yeah, like when you die. And I was like, yeah, time has shown us over and over again that people don't appreciate them until they're gone. With that being said, dead and gone, let's get into some of this. We got a Kabbalah. Those are pretty heavy and a lot of reading. These are my favorite cards. Let's do that one. Because even as light as they are, they're really heavy. Alright, what happened? I said I was going to do a love reading, right? So I was getting into the idea that I could step into that field. I'm like, yeah, I'm totally a loving being. And then I heard the neighbor chick, the same one that was like, Monica, right? I heard that bitch demasculizing her man again. Talking about, get off me. Get on my face. You need to get on my face. You need to get on my face. And all this shit. I was like, where's he supposed to go? You're in a hotel room with him. Anyways, I was just like, I got a little triggered. I got a little bothered by that. Because, like, what am I supposed to do when they're in your face? Establish a sanctuary. I guess that's what we're supposed to do, ultimately. Damn, look at the next card. Aren't they so special and beautiful? Yeah, number 28. We need to establish sanctuary. Where is your sanctuary? Yeah, I was here and I did this and I did like 500 things for this. And then literally right before I pressed play on this, I got an email that freaked me out for a minute. And although I panicked, I was able to harness the panic. There are things that stun you, that panic you, and you like go into a state of panic, but how do you cope? And in that moment I realized I was using my coping skills quite well. It was a state of panic. What happened? I made a payment, an overdue payment that was keeping me from keeping my car. As soon as I made the payment, all of a sudden I got emails saying, return the car. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck is this? It took me a minute to figure it all out, and they said it should auto update by tomorrow, and if not, I just have to come in, let them see the car, and they'll start a new contract. But in the essence of panic, bro, panic. But I handled it quite well, and it happened right before this, so I'm getting good. And that's what it is like, it's not like the outside world isn't conflicting. It's like, how do you handle these moments of conflict? Totally unrelated, but at the same time, it's like whatever is bothering her, it's probably the same thing that's bothering Taz. Whatever it is, it's in the energy. It just caught me first. So probably, my daughter, she's like that every fucking Monday. I learned that, like, it took me about a year to learn it, but she is like, don't fuck with her on a Monday, bro. Like, I tell her too, don't you fuck with me because it's Monday. Because she does it on a Monday. I'm like, don't you give me that Monday fucking bullshit. Sound like someone? The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. In essence, and it's like, as I'm listening to her and stuff, I remember toxic relationships of like, just, I wish you would just get out of my face, just get out of my space, just get out of my life. Like, this is what I felt right away. I'm just listening to her having a cigarette. She's loud as fuck. I looked over to see if the window was open. It didn't even open. It's like, fuck. I saw him earlier. He stumbled out on some shit. I was like, what? And that's it. You ask yourself, and then if your self has a fucking inner knowing like myself, it answers all the questions with a positive answer. You positively didn't need to know that shit. I was like, he just stumbled out looking all fucked up. I was like, what's he on? They said those pills. I was like, oh, gross. And it is. It's like it's everywhere, but at the same time, it's exactly what they say, but they're not what you think they are. They're just regular ass people, bro. Some crazy shit. Anyways, I turned right to it, dude. Really did. that was cool. All right. Thoughts happen. They arrive unbidden and often unpremeditated. It is the ones we pay attention to that have the power to shape the world of our personal experience. Okay, this goes back to yesterday. Again, panic. Did I feel panic? No, I felt it only came. Did it come? I can't say it didn't come. There's a moment of weakness where, like, is this going to work? It always comes like that. That's how faith is. There's always these moments. Your faith comes stronger with telling yourself it's going to work. This is going to work. This is going to work. I see Tom Hanks with A League of Their Own with the girls. It's an inner joke. Me and my fucking dirty dozen, the fucking bench warmers. It's like, we're going to win. We're going to win. And then there's this fat kid. You're going to lose. And he just fucking slaps that fucking kid. He's like, we're going to fucking win. It was just really funny. With that being said, it's like, it's a winning mentality. Then even if you lose, you're like, damn, look at what we did, bro. Look at what we did. And that goes back to that league. You know what I mean? They were the first women's baseball team, bro. They did shit that women weren't supposed to do. You're not supposed to be doing this shit. They did it good, bro. They did it, bro. They did that shit good. All right. Let's see. And that's what I mean is like your faith. There are moments where you doubt. Doubt is in the fucking, doubt is because of logic. If you really want to know the truth, if you could get your mind out of the way, because your mind is always calculating the odds. It's always calculating the odds of, you know what I mean? Because it's that right and wrong, good or bad, this is that type fucking programming in your head. So you're always trying to calculate the fucking losses and trying to avoid any kind of losses or failures. So with that being said, like at some point, you're always like, damn, I don't know anymore. You're so deep in it, you're like, damn, I hope this works. And you have to hope your way out of that. You have to hope your way into believing it'll work. You know what I mean? That's really the truth. You have to hope your way into faith. That's a good one. Someone write that down. Hope your way into faith. Hey, if you fucking put that on a t-shirt, you piece of shit. They're not watching. Did you just see Royce just posted the same shit I was talking about? They're always watching. They just ain't subscribed. How many people are you watching that you're not following? I know all these people, and I don't follow none of these bitches. Anyways, follow the leader is what I heard. Are you paying attention to the ones that fill you with expansion, hope, and possibility, or the ones that make you feel diminished, small, and powerless? And that's those thoughts. Everyone has them. Everyone has these feelings of insecurity. I heard somebody say it. I had to tap him. CJ was with me. He walked past us while we were walking into Walmart, and he said, you know I'll be on that jealous shit, and you know why. And I kept yelling at him, and he couldn't, so I had to tap him, which means I had to touch him. I had to put my energy upon this motherfucker. And he pulled his earbud out. I said, jealousy is only a form of insecurity, and you have nothing to be insecure about. You're not in competition with anyone, and you don't have to fight for a position. You are perfectly made. And he's like, and he put his shit on and got back to his conversation, meaning I spoke fucking full life on your bitch ass. Don't be jealous. We don't need to be jealous, but it's in our thing. It's like, that goes back to, you know, competing for one's love or affections or attention. It's like, well, where's that come from? I guess we could say school, but maybe even less than that. Maybe even more in childhood. It's like, why don't you love me like you love them? Why won't you look at me like you look at them? Why won't you, you know, pay attention to me like them? Oh, it's because I'm not like them. Maybe if I was like them, you'd like me like you like them. That's where jealousy and insecurity comes from, dude. And I'm only telling you this because I done told you my stories. Or the ones that make you feel diminished, small, and powerless. And that's it. It's like when you walk in and you see somebody beautiful and all of a sudden you start competing with that person. You're not competing with that person. Admire that person's beauty and keep on walking. You have your own beauty. Theirs is only on the outside. And people know that when they sit down with you and they click with you and they like and they smile, they make you smile and stuff. You have a whole nother beauty. It doesn't have to be seen. It's the unseen beauty that's really, you know, that leaves a freaking... You see lots of beautiful people all the time. The beautiful people. That's such a twisted song. Anyways, Twisted Sisters. With that being said, is we see lots of beautiful people, but it's the people that touch our soul that we don't forget. You can even forget their faces, but you can't forget what they feel like when you think about them. You know what I mean? But there's lots of beautiful people on the outside, but it's the ones that really touch you. You cannot always control your circumstances, but you can certainly influence what and how you think about them and what you give attention to. And that's it. It's like, am I going to focus on what's wrong or focus on that everything's going to be all right? Do you know what I mean? And that's why you got to start with a lot of gratitude. It's like, well, there was some good shit before I get into all this bad shit. Let me just tell you, and start with the good shit. Don't tell the whole bad story and be like, well, and then afterwards, no, let's start with, I learned some heavy lessons. Before I tell you this, let me tell you the good shit. Let me tell you all the good shit I got out of it, but let me tell you all the bad shit I had to go through to get to that good shit. And that's kind of really it is. It's like, you can't, I don't know, I can't. Okay, so predictively, I'm supposed to leave in a few days, 4 days. So then on the fact of them telling me I was going to give up my car in 6 days, that was very panicking. But in the sense of, I don't know what my circumstances are. I can only see what's predicted. You're going to leave. I can try to see if that's going to change based on looking at the weather report, but based on the weather report, according to God, who works the weather and what puts me in my position, because I go with the wind, it looks like we're going to have to go in a different direction. So the only direction I can see naturally is where I've just come from, right? Because that's your comfort zone. You don't know, you know what I mean? You see yourself going back to where you came from. But maybe that's not where I'm going because I haven't fully seen that in the sense of, I always wait till the last minute to pack or any of that shit. But I can't fully see it. So in the instance, at this moment, where I can't see what my future holds, other than the prediction of 4 days I might be leaving, and what am I going to do when I leave, I don't worry about all of that, right? Instead of, trying to control the circumstance would be like trying to make a plan. What are you going to do when you leave? And sit there every day like the rest of these people. What are we going to do when we leave this place? What are we going to do when these leaves? They're not going to have any idea what to do until it's time to go. And then your survival instincts are going to kick in. Your spirit's guides are going to kick in. Something's going to kick in, and you're going to figure out what you're going to do with yourself. But in essence, you don't want to just keep planning because you don't know what could happen between now and then. And you're suffocating all of your peace, worrying about now and then, and not even now through then, but after then. You're losing all of the present, worried about the future that you actually have no control of because we live in Colorado, motherfuckers. In fucking 24 hours, we can go from 60. And that's how everybody knows it. And I know it as a fucking native. Holla at your girl, I was born in the land. We spend the majority of the fucking winter, like I said at the beginning of this bitch, climbing our way up to 60. The closer we get to another fucking blizzard. As soon as we get that hot scorching day, which I showed you right about Christmas when I was outside barbecuing in a fucking dress and fucking Russ was up on the mountain freezing his ass off. I love you, Russ. Talk about polar opposites. Going back to it, like anything could happen. And in the essence, there was people knocking on our doors trying to find us a place to stay too. So don't forget, you keep that in the back of your head. Like, oh yeah, somebody's going to come knock on my door. Somebody's going to come give me a spot. Somebody's going to come give me, you know what I mean? You start speaking possibilities and anything's possible, but you stay in the fucking positive instead of fucking off the negative. It hasn't become negative yet. And negative speaking, wherever we came from, the worst thing is we go back to where we came from, but that's where, there's the blessing. We've made this place a home, and that's what I was thinking about. I never lived in the Highlands. I have lived in the Highlands for all winter. You're like, yeah, really? And this is that uppy place, bro. I'm not in the best hotel in the Highlands, but I'm in the Highlands, bitch. A bitch is in there. I got in where I fit in, and I've lived in this nice neighborhood. I myself don't stay in the, you know what I mean? Like, we haven't been limited to the actual physical location, but the actual area, and that's it. It's like, this is the Richie place. I've asked many people. It's like 2,500 to, they say 25 to 27. This other guy was telling me he got these new ones right over there on by Sloan's Lake, and his is like right there, dude, like off of right in front of it. They're building a house in front of him, and he was pretty pissed off. He said with all expenses, 2,700. I was like, that's cool. It's a brand new building. It's got all this bullshit. You're right by the lake. You got all this fucking crazy bullshit, and it's all up and snazzy and shit like that. I live in the snazzy bazzy. I mean, I really have. God put me in a great place. Where's he going to take me from here? I don't know. Who knows? But he did. He gave us... I'm not doing that lighting. I don't know. I can see it in the corner of my eye. Stop it, Holy Spirit. He gave us a blessing. Count your blessings. This was an awesome blessing. And in essence, the colder it gets, they're going to bring us right back to this blessing. So in the sense of, are you losing or are you just taking, a break? Or maybe, whoever knows. But on the sense of all these people, are you stressing about, or myself, what's to come? Who knows? Is God not going to be there while we're going to our next place? Is he not going to provide our next meal, our next shower, our next everything, like he always does for each and every one of us? Wherever he takes us, he's there. He took us there. He'll bring us through it. He'll bring us wherever he wants to. And as long as we have a good attitude, it's nothing but a blessing. You're going to learn a lesson, but it's a blessing. It's not easy to stay right here with all that. I told you. They took a bunch of homeless people and gave them vouchers to a hotel, and they're fucking done turning up the fucking shit like... They're not. It's a very functional hotel. But in essence, these are people that run the streets, and they're running the hotel like it's a streets, and they all know, you know what I mean? They're that type. But then there's the rest of us that, we're running it like our house. We fucking change our sheets, take out our trash, mop the motherfucking floors. Please, guys.
He took my phone off the charger.
I'm the one that put it on, and it's still there.
He just put it back on.
Please don't yell at me. Thank you. Ew, where should you get that from? It's Monday. Watch this. It's ugly. All right. Anyways, you can't control what's about to be, and you can't freak out about what's about to be. You just be okay with today. Dude, my bills is paid today. Everything's good today. We'll let tomorrow come as tomorrow comes, and we'll be okay tomorrow too. You cannot always control your circumstances, but you can certainly influence what and how you think about them and what you give your attention to. You live most of your life inside your mind. Make sure it's a beautiful place to live. Will it be a sanctuary or a hovel? The choice is yours right now. And I'm hearing, cleaning out my closet. That's a fucking song. I really don't remember the lyrics because I really didn't like the song. But in the essence, what are we doing? We're always cleaning out our thoughts. We're getting all of these bad thoughts out that are literally poisoning our mind. We're poisoning ourselves by our thoughts of, this sucks and this is bad and this is good and this sucks and this is, and I don't like this and I don't. And we're kind of working through the things we don't like so that we can learn to love the things that, we do like. Start to appreciate more things. But yeah, that's what I tell you all the time. It's like you're poisoned by your mind and how you're stressing about everything. Oh, and another trigger that came up, that just showed up. There used to be this other tarot reader I kept to myself. I really liked her. Her name was Kelly, too. She was British Kelly. And she popped up on my shit. I haven't seen her in fucking forever. And she said, well, we're just gonna... She's like this whole British old lady. So sweet. It's like Mrs. Doubtfire in a real body. Oh, we're just gonna see about the person that there's no contact. I get that question a lot. Why are they not talking to me? That's all you guys want to know. That was very triggering to me. Like, why aren't they talking to me? It goes back to my earlier video. I'm muticus. I know, wait, what are you supposed to say? What do you want them to say? And then there's these assholes. They all triggered me today, but I'm doing quite well. I saw Turning Tides Tarot, and she said some shit about twin flames. And it's like, you've realized that this has been a journey for both of you and this and that. I was like, yeah, that would be me and my twin flames. But can you say the same about yours? Do you have a testimony about this man that you call your twin flame and how he's made a healing journey and he has actually changed not only himself, but the people in his environment, how he's had to learn tough lessons and you've seen the growth in him by his bravery and whatnot? Just shut the fuck up, bitch, and sit the fuck down. And that's going back to Kelly. Kelly can say she's in a twin flame until we say, let's see your divine masculine and him going through his twin flame awakening. She hasn't even woke up. Oh, the lights are flashing on you. She hasn't even woke up. So how can she say that they're awakening together and they're going to come to union?
Don't take my phone off the charger.
I promise not to. I love you. I'm the one that put it on there. I was in the middle of a reading. I'm sorry I didn't see the world around me, that you were being betrayed while I was in the middle of a reading. Everything's meant to trigger me. Going back to it. you know, going back to it, it's like all this healing. I just did a whole video. I've told you how all of my twin flames have had to take this fucking journey. Well, most of them, top five. And even in the sense of Bobby and his weird, wicked ways. He's not wicked, but it's like at the end, you're like, what are your fucking motives and intentions, bro? Like, we really need to investigate this guy. No, just kidding. I don't want to know. But going back to it, it's like there's growth. And there's, you know what I mean? The journey is very visible upon those that I claim are my twin flames. You can see it in them. Even the secret hider ones. Yeah, I see you, Nate. Poor Nate. He had his balls in the fucking... He did what all of them did, and now I don't know what to do. But at least he did it, and he kept it. And he doesn't... I don't know. I told him it was okay, but then I told him it wasn't okay, and he don't know. Because none of us know what the right move is to do. I can't tell you, Nate. And where was I coming from? From a hateful place, telling you not to do as they did. Ultimately, I'm not trying to stop you at being what you are. I'm trying to make you better than what you've been. And true to yourself. You can't just write music that's not true to your life, Nate, and all the rest of you. But, like, going back to it, that was very triggering. It's like you guys are stalking individuals that were supposed to be karmic lessons, and you should be moving on to more karmic lovers. In the sense of, these guys are not karmic. They're my fucking karma twins. They're my twins, and we're supposed to learn our karma. Now you have to learn my karma with them and break free of all of that good stuff. And that goes back to the archetype over here, Mr. fucking... What's his fucking face? Mr. Wolfman and shit. Man, I'm so glad you're out of my peripherals. I prayed hard for that one. But in the sense of, here comes this guy. He's got all the characteristics of everything you're going to fall for. And that goes back to Kobe. I said it in fucking Oklahoma. We was in the not Oklahoma. We was in the Phoenix sun with that bullshit. All in, blinded by the light. They're like, you're going to fall for this one. I was like, I know Kobe's fucking with me with this one. Yeah, it took me a minute. It took me a season. He was here for a reason, for sure. But it's like, are you going to fall for this? And ultimately what it is you were everything that I loved about men. But everything I learned that I had to everything that I've outgrown. In the sense of, you're everything just like them, which is great. And you're everything that you know what I mean? You were the perfect, the perfect pawn, if you will. You really were, in the sense of, like, they wanted me to, in essence, give you all of my attention so I could learn and see from you, like, really look into the mirror, look into the water and see how deep this ran. And you're exactly what, to my specifications, the perfect man of what my lower versional self would have wanted. But in essence, and that's why it was so easy to walk away from you to another guy, because you're just another flavor of a guy I've already loved before you. And that's why I kept putting them all on you. I'm putting them on all of them. You're just like fucking Russ. You're just like Russ. You're just like fucking Russ. Love you, Russ. In the sense of, nobody does it better than this motherfucker. In the sense of, if I can love him, and I can love you, but at the same time, why I'm going to deal with it with you if I don't deal with it with him? Is the whole gist of this, is meaning, oh, I've seen this before. I've done this before. I know better than to do this again. Meaning, you're going to touch the fire? Are you going to touch the fire? Are you going to touch the fire? Meaning, I'd rather touch Bobby than you. Let's go back to that. In the sense of, I'll try harder before I do this again, is what it was. And in the essence of going back to it was only realizing that it was never a barrier to love a person, but I've already learned I don't want to deal with it with him, you, or your brother, or anybody else. I've already learned these things. Yes, I have learned that I can accept such things about you until we heal them, but I'm not going to stay in a place of this. And that's what I said. Russ, I always said, all of them. I could never love you the way that you are. Oh, you're so much fucking work. But that's the whole journey, is I love him completely just the way he is, and I only want him to heal. He's trying to put on all this better, and I just want him to get better, bro. Can you just get better? Like, can you just apply the shit that you're watching me say? God. Anyway, that was my daughter earlier. I just laughed at her. I was like, as a twin flame, I know exactly what you're talking about. She's like, I have to play this stupid game, and I don't play well with others. I can do both parts, but they make me have to play with someone who can't figure out how to do either part. I'm doing my part! And I looked at her, I was like, as a twin flame, I know exactly where you're coming from.
That's just Seer.
It's not. It's group projects. It's like this group doesn't... That's how we ended up dropping out of my priesthood book, because the group fell apart. The boy band group was being a bunch of girls. And fucking benchwarmers, back to what I said. We're gonna win. Hopefully you're getting it this time. But, that was a long journey in one card. Ugh. Yeah, like, are you going to get it this time, or are you going to fall for this shit again? We're going to keep sending you this shit till you learn your fucking lesson. Meaning, I learned my lesson with this guy and that guy and all the guys before I came to you. I almost fell for you because you were so pleasing to the eye. Because you were, you know what I mean? A new guy. No. Enough. I told you, give it a rest. Lay it to rest. Meaning, I love my men just fine. In the sense of, we've discovered where the whole, you know, married with children kept coming from, and that's not happening. Why? Because I don't want to fucking marry you, and we're probably not having children, because I don't probably want to have sex with you either. And we've established that this is nothing to do with you. It's all about me. So let's X-nay on the Upids Day. Forget all of that shit I may have said last Wednesday. Let's go back to the real bullshit. We came here with intentions to, you know, save the world and make some great music, and I was supposed to get a lover and some friends out of this bullshit. Fuck the lover, let's just work on the friends. And I'm not working with no karmic-ass lovers anymore. Meaning, I learned my lesson. Once you learn your lesson, you've learned your karma. Meaning, you don't need to, like, stay in the pits of hell with people to keep learning this lesson. I don't have to keep dating guys like this. I'm not dating anyone. That's what's funny. Me and my imaginary boyfriends. I love you guys so much. All of you. I have more boyfriends than any girl has had. But yet, no sex. Why? Because all of mankind's love me. Get it? That was a good joke. Where's your sanctuary? Anyways, let's get into something else, I suppose. What's better than that? I'm doing well. How are you doing? I feel like I'm doing well. Until we get into another frustrating card. We did the initiation by fire. Let's do this this other card. It was the stone. Well, I don't know at what point we lost our connection, but I looked down and I saw already there, and we weren't there. And I was like, well, we didn't read this card before because we obviously weren't there yet, but apparently we're there. We bring you the empowerment to see that already there is value. It is natural for creative energy to become excited about new possibilities, new ideas, and new forms. It is also possible, however, for creative energy to become engaged in liberating the undiscovered value within which already exists, polishing it until it shines with divine light. Sometimes there is a need to shed the past and all associated with it completely and start afresh. However, at other times, there is something of value from the past that can, if allowed to bask in the light of your creativity, become very valuable for your future. Well, guess what we're talking about? That would be back to the music. Music brings the people. You guys are, you know, the wrong type of person is going to see this as total intimidation. Which people? Your fucking stink-ass girlfriend, bitch. You too. I could totally see you being all fucking competitive and shit. When all I've done is try to encourage you and inspire you to make such music. Waited on you for, I got tired of waiting. I told you that. So now I'm going to go out and make exactly what I gave you the recipe to make, and you're going to be mad about it that I'm going to cook it up better than you. Well, you know, I don't know what to tell you. I invited you. Do you want to be part of my boy band group? Leave your stink-ass bitch at home. In your enthusiasm to move forward in life, don't forget to take the value that already oh, God. I could just see him. I saw all of these dark readings. It's like there's a dark feminine harvesting your energy through your divine masculine. That's all they do. They're like, they want to like, what does that mean? Do you guys want to know what that means? That means they're doppelganging the shit out of you. And they're using you to intimidate your fucking divine masculine. They know exactly what to say to make him feel weak, like he's not worthy. Which is great. whatever. With me telling him he's not to, he should just stay over there in his little punk ass feelings. Such a Lilith. Welcome to the jungle. Anyways, going back to it, in your enthusiasm to move forward in life, don't forget to take the value that already exists in your world along with you. And that's it. I'm going to create a new world, with my mouth. I've already said that. Come on, you guys are dumb. You didn't think I could do it, or you just thought I wouldn't do it? Or what did you think? I said I would do it one day. Now I'm about to do it better than anybody. Why? Because really, it's probably not going to be me singing. Just like it's usually not me talking. The innovative, creative mind tends to be future-orientated, which we talked about. It can see how things could be, meaning you're making future projections. There is an excitement for what is yet to be and a desire to embrace the new, and perhaps a feeling of excitement for what is unusual and stands apart from what has been. This can be healthy and helpful. Newness can bring energy and uplifting change. I told you this forever ago, all you douchebags. I can't even. It's so obnoxious. I said, we're going to get some buses, we're going to go on the road, we're going to be fucking making fires and making music. I done said this. It's nothing changed. They just made it look a little bit bigger and better. Why? I don't know. It's the new moon, right? I had a new idea. I bet you it is. It is wise, however, to not rapidly cast away all that has been to make space for the new. It is a question of discernment and degree. Sometimes it will be appropriate to take extreme measures to purge the past. Yeah, like me. I was over there blowing smoke in their asses. Calling back my energy. Calling down Jesus Christ in judgment upon all of you that raped and robbed my experience of making an album. Don't do that to nobody else. You're going to pay for what you did. No more drugs and alcohol. Stop poisoning people. You badass people. That was me on Friday night. Last Friday night. Don't fuck with me. I'm a whole ass witch and shit. Other times it's simply not necessary. Maybe it wasn't. They told me. They gave me the idea. It wasn't my idea. It wasn't my idea. I love it. And and if you do not pause to consider the value of what you are releasing, you may lose valuable resources that will support you in the future. Yeah, perhaps. I'm more of a, I don't know, if let it go, and if it's yours, it'll find its way back home kind of situation. Like, in the sense of, did I push you away? I don't know. I'm very pushy. In the sense of whatever pushed you away will probably happen again if you're just that sensitive to my pushy ways. I feel like, I heard that too. That was kind of gross. A little dirty. I'm here all this rapping stuff, and Marshall's having fun with it. You want to rap, Marshall? Is a rap? In the sense, going back to union. Closest thing to a union that you can see is like, you can see the mirrors in them. They're healing. They're just on all different levels of me, because that's what they are, is different levels of me. Then they totally click with me, but they don't click with me on all levels, and we already talked about this. But anyone that, keeps up with my levels is always that devil over there. Love you. But in the sense of sexuality and stuff, he's like a grandpa. I don't think he's really the, baby daddy type. And we've came to that conclusion either. But then maybe one day my kids will have babies, and then we can have something in common. Be like, dude, check it out. I'm about to be a grandma. I was thinking about that today. What would I tell my grandchild to call me? Grandma? That's lame. Go call your grandma. Nana, Mima, all these weird things. You guys have all these. Abuelita. Call me abuelita. No, I don't know. I'll make up a whole cool name for them to call me. But I don't have no grandkids, so maybe I can't relate to that. In the sense of, you can't relate. Sometimes you can't. In the sense of, Ali's like as old as my kids. He's only a couple years older. And that goes back to, that's happened to quite a lot.
Sounds weird.
Exactly. It's happened quite a lot, where you might be not as emotionally mature as me. This is a nice way to put it. Or, looking back, I was definitely as emotionally immature as you. Bow, bow, bow. Okay, I'll take the blame on that, and we'll keep moving on, because mine ends with healing, and yours leaves you feeling bad, so we'll focus on me. At other times, yeah, perhaps it is an idea that will need to be further worked upon for the full divine brilliance to be revealed. That's it. It was just an idea. I got plenty of them. I got, after that, I had another idea and we went and had lunch. And then, dude, I'm just going to the bank to transfer some money. As soon as I get in my car, I was like, you fucking assholes. As soon as I get in my car, I turn on my car and then the windshield's all dirty. They're like, go wash your car. I was like, that's not what I was doing. But okay, you're right, because my car is really dirty. And then I wash my car, I go transfer the money, I hit the button, and then they're like, return the car. I was like, that's not fucking funny. What the fuck is happening right now? Anyways, I don't have an idea. No, I have no fucking clue until they put a clue in there. And that's all I'm doing is following clues. In the sense of, it's very dark out right now, but it's very early. There's too many hours still left in today where they could utilize my day to where I don't even know what's going on. I did see that I'm having fish fillet. And I'm not trying to rhyme, I swear. I did. I got fish fillet for lunch. And that's a sign of Hecate. For sure. The end. Although we've gone to the end of these bullshit-ass roads. Okay. Or a connection that already exists and is going to... Uh-oh, here comes that reconciliation card. Maybe that's why they're triggering me. A connection that already exists and is going to unexpectedly rise up and support you and your divine work in some way. Are you guys ready? Are you ready to support me? I'm ready to be supported. That goes back to, I can't be that guy, but I can give you... No! What are you giving? What's the cost of this? What's the payback? Is this unconditional? Just kidding. We're going back to, don't be so touchy. Whether there is an old idea half completed, an opportunity not yet acted on, or an information not yet taken in and digested. The oracle says that something valuable is right under your nose. Well, I don't know. Maybe I should wax my lip. Who knows? I can't smell it. That's really funny. It may well be the very thing that helps you bridge the past and the future. Who's that guy? Who's that guy? Boop, boop, boop. Who is that guy? You are guided to sit with your creative efforts. And, I mean, they're all, like, in a position where they could make this dream come true. But it wasn't my dreams, douchebag. Now you want to be part of my dreams. You didn't want to be the dream guy, but now you do. Because the dream looks different, right? We're reframing this whole situation. Stop! Cut to. Shut them down, up and up, shop. Oh, no. Oh, you believe in ghosts? I love you guys. I don't know. Any of them could. It'd be more fun if Logic called. I don't know. Logically speaking, you're doomed over there in California yourself, and he's not having such good situationships with, fatherhood and his wife, so maybe not. The last thing you need is me in my mouth. I only fucking make things worse for the better. They're like, come on, girl, let's pack your shit and go find you a new house. What you want him to pay for? What are we gonna do with your life? Logic, hold still, bro. We gotta get her a new life, bro. You don't fuck this bitch up. She don't want to be your wife no more. She needs a new life, bro. Let me take care of her first. First things first, Nika. Women and children first. Nika, my biracial rapper, go wash your face or something. Sit down with your toys. See what I mean? Yeah, it's the fucking cleanup crew. Get your fucking boys. We gotta put them out. They can't. You can't stay here. You can't stay here. I'm not saying you gotta go home, but you can't stay here no more. He's a grown ass man. Are you ready to grow up yet, Lord? Okay, maybe not. See, we can't be doing that. Ellie. Not yet. Okay. In the sense of, who's that guy? Who's putting on the big boy pants? Is it Grandpa? Grandpa! Bring your friend. I like that guy. Royce. You're so funny. Not Fat Neck. No, he's a Sagittarius. He's not really. He's a traitor. Trader Joe. Who said so? Your other homie that you forgot about or will never ever forget and don't want to listen to. I'm not part of this. Everybody's got to leave something. Why don't you get that? Why don't you get that? That goes back to Bobby and his wife. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Pay the bills. Just keep the shit fucking rocking and rolling. What do you want me to tell you? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know yet. We'll figure it out. What does she do? The fuck does she do? Figure. That's like Russ. He's trying to set her up with some kind of fucking something. Then set that bitch up, dude, and set her up, and let's go. It's a setup. Oh God, Marshall, you love me? I love you too. In the sense of I don't know who's ready to fucking do that, but I don't think any of them are like baby daddy material, and and I'm not ready to be a grandma. And just like Bobby said, we don't need a newborn in this situation. I'm not ready for sex or any of that. Our commitments, relationships, I'm not. I love you. I love you from that far. I love you. I like hugs and kisses, bro. And not on the lips, because that's weird. Like, when family kisses on the lips, it's weird. I'll give you a kiss on your forehead or your cheek. Like, for real, dude. Come on. There's nothing wrong with me. I don't want to do that. I was trying to fight the urge and trying to make myself want some shit that I don't. If I want it, I'll let you know. But I don't really want all that bullshit. Can we just do what we're supposed to do here? Because it probably, you might not want it either. It just might be in your head. Sorry. Okay. Moving forward. See? Everything's very triggering, but I'm handling it well. See? I can handle these love bullshit. It may well be the very thing that bridges the past and the future. You are guided to sit with your creative efforts and what already exists in your life, with your relationships, your possessions, your information you have at disposal. Well, right away, what I saw is, if they take my car, what does that mean? I need to get a new car. How can I get a new car? So then right away, a bunch of possibilities, a bunch of ideas started popping in. So maybe we should just jump to the conclusion of, this car is costing me a lot, and we should just already start getting past this car, if that's my next situation. But then there's like, there's a lot of things. There's always these things. It's like you open up all these possibilities of, what are you going to do next? I don't know. I'm going to go into housing. I'm going to get a car. I'm going to get a trailer. I'm going to make a music career. I'm going to save the world! It's kind of where my mind's been all day. Definitely not on men, but I'm still being positive. Positively speaking. Okay? See? And that's it. It's like, I choose to live in La La Land. Why? Because it's better than, freaking out about, the land of the free and the home of the brave. All right. Allow yourself to feel for your inner guidance. Oh, wait. No, we skipped some shit. Is there information, a project, situation, or inner guidance that you have already received that you are yet to fully integrate and apply into your life? Is there something within that could be beneficial to you? Use your intuition. Well, I kind of got that, and that's what I told the kids. I was like, I saw what I could do in one day if I just fucking pushed it. And I can't just push it, but I feel like it's going to happen this week, where I could literally get myself out and get myself up using the car, because I haven't been pushing. I haven't just used the car for what the fucking car is for. Allow yourself to feel for your inner guidance. Is there something you have too quickly dismissed as trash that could actually be transformed into treasure? Well, shit, I don't know. Everything's trash to me. I love treasure hunting, so, we could rebuild some bullshit. If you are inspired to reinvigorate a past practice, to revive or reinvent yourself, a brand, or a project, then this oracle brings encouragement for this process. Again, they're trying to talk about the music and shit. It's very easy. It's very easily done for someone like me. It really is. You guys, I learned the hard way. I learned everything the hard way. How hard is it to make a video? 150 to 250, I don't know. That was a couple of years ago. Yesterday's price isn't today's price, and he's much better than he was before. But it's a phone call away, and even back then, he would let me work it off. It was worth it, too. It's like, how hard is it to make a video? How hard is it to fucking, pay my fucking subscription fees and put some music out? And how hard is it to get on stage and tell people to come to the shows? I could sell it myself. What am I selling, though? That's it. It's like, I don't know. It's not. It's great. And that's what they're saying. It's like a big fat full circle of where I started. Literally. And that's what it is. It's like, this is where it all started. I'm back. I'm back, bitches. I'm seeing that from, what was it? What is it? The fucking Hangover? We're back. We're back, bitches. This oracle brings you guidance. Do not dismiss the value of what you have done up until this point. It is no way diminishing because you are growing. You are growing because you have done all you have done. Your past efforts can continue to have a positive impact in the lives of others, even whilst you move on with your life in the next phase of your journey. Listen, I'm on another fucking phase. Phase 2. We got a stage 5 clinger. Not just kidding. I mean, in essence, we're moving on. We're taking a new journey is what we're taking. It's a new year. I know you guys really wanted to get it started on January 1st, but I don't know if you've been paying attention to the news. It wasn't a good time to start a new year. Are we starting yet? No, we're getting our engines revved with ideas and stuff. I told you this. When were we going to actually move on some shit? What did I tell you? Mid-February. And then I pulled out the books and it literally said February 23rd. So, you know, rev your engines. Where'd all this inspiration come from? Well, it came from the planets, and it also came from all my healing with the planets, which we'll get into in a whole nother reading. Healing process. To integrate this, we are going to do an invocation. I call upon the crystal angel of heliotrope and the goddess Mantangi, who loves me unconditionally. Thank you for the inner divine healing empowerment to see that already there is value. May I be guided, and let's stop there. Already there means we're right where we're supposed to be. We've already gotten to what we really wanted. Now we just got to figure out how we're going to put it all together. In the essence of, we've spent years of our lives mastering what we already need to take onto our next journey. We just need to use those valuable parts and let go of all the extra stuff that's holding it down. If you've always been a painter or an artist, someone that can put, you know what I mean, however you design, I'll say a designer, because it's so expansive in that word, umbrella factory. If you've always been a designer and you put down the design so that you could find security and comfort, you know, get a real job. Maybe it's time to put down the real job and pick up your dream again. Dream again. I have a dream. You know what I mean? We had hopes and aspirations of things we wanted to be in this world, but then we had to be what the world wanted us to be just to survive in this world. We learned that if we did it, we could survive this way, but I'm showing you there's a different way to survive, which is actually thrive, in living in your dream instead of just living in security. Living in your dream is a huge risk. And you're going to have to take a lot of, you know, that's what Marshall said. He did it just because people said he couldn't. I didn't do it for that reason, but everybody said I couldn't. And I didn't even know what I was doing, but becoming. We're not, for most of you that haven't even dove in, you don't actually know what you're going to become unless you had that. My first visions weren't like that. I got a scary ass, I'll take you up there and let them do it to you. I'm scared of that place because of the 2 times I went up there. But I went on the top of a mountain and I saw this whole vision. And it took me 3 days to come back and say that I was supposed to be some kind of savior. Right? I didn't exactly know how to put it into words what I'd seen, but I'd seen it and I explained it. That I'd birthed many planets and many cultures, and I was here to save mankind. I didn't really know what I was seeing. It just happened. I had a blackout moment on a mountain. They brought me back to that mountain after I did my first ceremony and ritual. I got locked on that mountain and couldn't leave until a white buffalo showed up. I learned unbelievable things about spirituality on that mountain. I know the way, but I'm so scared because it's like there's God on that mountain, bro. God is on that mountain, bro. Where is it? I can only tell you how to get there. I don't know. My spirit took me there, and I'll sit here crying thinking about it because it's so scary. Scared the shit out of me. Changed my life forever. Talking about fucking Moses. I ain't going up there. I might come down blind next time, just like him. Fucking tablets and shit. Shit, fucking Stonehenge. Going back to it is where you already are is you're right where you need to be for that next jump. But I can tell you right now, this is all I got to do every day is encourage people to let go of that's no longer serving you. That's what I've been told to tell people every day. And even if I don't fucking tell you to fucking quit your job and leave your relationship and move out of your house, every fucking card I pull out tells you to do it, bro. That is literally my only job. It's not only to tell you to walk away, but what's waiting for you. And show you in my own life as a walking testimony. You know what I mean? That's all I got to do every day is tell you to walk away. In walking away, you're walking on, you're moving up and you're moving out and you're moving on. But I've also shown you, you know, even Justin Bieber will tell you, fucking Simon Cowell will tell you, Marshall Mathers will tell you, the very day he's about to do his fucking rap, you know what I mean, his rap, whatever, he loses his house, bro. He lost his own bed to sleep on, chasing his dreams. You know what I mean? He lost everything chasing his dreams. But his dreams kept him, you know what I mean, made him who he is. And all I'm telling him to do is, you know what I mean, adjust those dreams and dream bigger. In the sense of he's bigger than rap. They gave him a whole retirement plan. He's bigger than rap. He'll always rap. And if you could get him to rap, that's some great shit, because he don't really want to waste his time, his words on you. But in the sense of dream bigger. Take it to another level. Take what you have to a different level, and ultimately as a service to others. And that's what I've always said, and that's what I said, you know what I mean? We're finding ways to share our creativity, our expression, our life experiences, but let's use what we have, our commonality, you know what I mean? And that is, for us, it's the music, but for other of you guys, it's like you've met many people along your journey. You've picked up many puzzle pieces. Now it's time to take this and say goodbye and take that journey into the unknown to become who you always wanted to be in this life. You might not know fully what it is, but taking those first steps, you know, that's what started this whole thing, was me living my dream. I always wanted to be an artist, a singer, and a songwriter. That woke me up. And I only kept waking up more and more to come back to, you know, now I have the full power of what that dream really meant, what it really meant, why that dream was put in me. You know what I mean? And what the power behind that dream that was given to me. And that's it. It's like, I don't know, you know, I mean, if you can sew, that's something I can't do. And you can make unbelievable, you know, you can change fashion in the sense of not the price of it, but the, you know, fuck. Everybody thinks fashion has to be flossy. Can it just be beautiful? What do you think is beautiful? Down to cooking. It's beautiful. There's nothing better than a wonderful meal. Down to, you know how to fix a car. You know how to work with metal. You know how to do things. Like, you have these things that you learned how to be really great at and you really love. But, you know, it wasn't a secure way of living. It was just something you loved. If you do what you love, you're gonna have a good life, but you're gonna probably have to work harder than others initially. You know what I mean? And that's like starting up a restaurant or any startup business. It's like 3 years before you get any money back. You open the doors, you keep serving and serving and serving and serving and serving. And here I am, you know what I mean? Almost approaching my 3rd year of serving. And now I'm starting to see what all of this is, you know what I mean, what's really on the menu, what needs to go and what needs to stay and what we need to change about this, you know what I mean, this service. And that's where you guys should be at too. And it's like, these are difficult decisions. We're going to have to make some down cuts. I apologize, but we can't afford to keep you around anymore. It's not you, it's business. Just kidding, I'm not. Be very sensitive in the sense of women and children first, but not in the sense of you don't exist. It's like you promise them something, you honor that promise, but you have to, you know, you have to find a mutual ground to this, because in the essence, if you're unhappy, they're unhappy, and it's all about, you know, the happiness of everyone, not just one, but all. Okay. Thank you for your divine healing empowerment to see that already there is value. May I be guided to divine grace and intuition to recognize that which can be developed in value and that which is best discarded. May divine wisdom and transformal creativity be awakened within the human collective. I had to stop. Going back to you, fucking boho. You're best at just modeling. Why don't you work harder at that? Why don't you work harder at just that? You don't have to change yourself to do what you're doing. You have to apply yourself more. You don't have to make yourself more seen. You have a creative portfolio in all of your pages. You don't have to become more. You just have to work harder at what you are good at. Your body doesn't need trimming. You don't need to change all this. You have plenty of it. You could walk into any of these if you just believed in yourself. You don't need nobody to hold your hand. Russ isn't going to help this situation. Nobody can do this for you. But if you made the contact, put your fucking, you know what I mean, your resume, your portfolio together, and you started approaching these places, you could be what you want to be in the field that you're good at, that you feel most comfortable in, instead of just diving into a whole nother field of I don't know and I've never been. Now, on the other hand, if you're like me and a lot of the creativity and you've always been, you know, inclined to music, then yes, continue. But again, Russ is not going to get you there. I learned that the hard way too. With all of the top tiers of my years in my town, I surpassed them. But they, you know, there was a lot to learn from them, and there was a lot of respect to be given, and then in essence, but they weren't going to get me anywhere. But, you know, there was where they are in life. In the essence, if you want to be bigger than Russ and you want a better boyfriend, no offense, but it's true. Come on, shut up. You know what she wants, and, you know, she's very opportunistic. If that's what you want, you can only be as good as those around you, and that goes both ways. You're both holding each other down in different departments and areas, trying to play, you know what I mean, boyfriend, girlfriend and shit. When really, let's be honest, she wants to, you know, she wants that power, success, and, you know what I mean, she wants her establishment as well. She didn't really want to be established in the shadow of you, but she's trying to outgrow you, but and that's both ways. It's like you guys are, you know, it's just a big fucking pile of shit that I didn't like to be part of, but I'm trying to make the best out of this bullshit and be encouraging. It's not like, ooh, I got your boyfriend. What the fuck am I gonna do? I gotta heal this motherfucker like you. I gotta sit around and see the shit he wouldn't even show to you. Lovely. Lovely. In the sense of, you know what I mean? And then what? He gets better and probably turns back to you? Congratulations! Happy for you. In the sense of, is he gonna be mine? No, I don't know any of these guys, dude. In the sense of, I mean, I love him. Not like you do. I don't want to see him take his shirt off. I don't even know why you do. I don't love him like that. I love you, Russ, so much. Just not like that. I mean, sorry. I don't want Logic to do it either. He'd be doing it and try to lick his nipple or something weird. Put your shirt on, bro. What the fuck are you doing? It's for all different reasons. I don't want to see Lewis take his shirt. Lewis, put it away. Put your sexy body away. It's like a fucking porn show. Put the shit away. I'm a priestess, you know? Alright, get back to Earth. Anyways, I'm supposed to be invoking something other than myself. May divine wisdom and transformative creativity be awakened within the human collective, encouraging intelligence, reuse, reinvention, and transformation of resources for the betterment of all life on Earth. And that's it too. You could start like a fucking, I mean, it goes back to Kim. Kim, why are you not Vivica Foxing this bullshit? Why haven't you took this shit to a new level where you're like, you know, running competitions or trainings or some kind of something? Why haven't you retired? In the sense of, why haven't you passed it on to, you know, the new generation and your knowledge and your wisdom and all your secrets and stuff? Like, you know, she came out with the next top model. She was the biggest top model for all life. So now she gets to say who's the next top model, and guess what? The bitches was top models. So in the sense of, if you're the fucking archetype of whatever the fuck you is, that this bitch is, that all these bitches is trying to be, see, not just individual bitches, all you bitches, then why don't you train the bitches to be like you? And that goes back to Marshall. Pass the mic! They want to be like Mike. In the sense of, why don't you use your life experience to better, you know what I mean, the experience, and teach people what you learned. And that goes back to those memoirs and shit. We didn't know that they were getting, you know what I mean, Harvey Weinstein that's what you had to do to, you know, make it big and shit. And then everybody had to come out and shame, and they're like, I did it. Damn. I know, right? Just close your eyes. Fuck. You have no idea. Fuck. Who did you fuck? Oh, you fucked Kanye West. Just kidding. You loved him, right? I mean, he wasn't this when he was that, right? That's what we can always look back on. Russ wasn't this whole pile of shit that he is now when I fell. And so Bobby said, I don't want to be caught in the wake of all these men. I think they're waking up quite lovely, don't you think? Look at that one. He's about to sprout out of the dirt. I just had to bury them first. I love you guys so much. I love you with all my heart. Just, it was a long journey. If you wish to further integrate this, where are we putting it? Up here. Just kidding. Resting over... What? Hold on. What? Hold the oracle card in the mandala facing inwards, resting over your liver on the upper right side of your abdominal area. Really? That's a weird place. Okay. Hold me. This is like where a guy holds you like for a weird picture, right? He puts his hand right here. That's what I feel like. Somebody holding me right there. Okay, sure. Is that the right one? Or did they say the left? Resting over your liver on the upper right side. Yeah, okay. Breathe in and out. I ask through my own free will and divine grace to be blessed with the ability to filter. That makes sense. Filter and intelligently process all that enters my energy field. You might not be able to do this because you've been pounding your liver with alcohol. Just kidding. We can fix that. Hold on. I'm having fun. I can't pray when I'm having this. Prayer is fun. All right. May that which can nourish life be unlisted? Yeah, nope, that's not what that says. Utilized. I couldn't see that. To its fully capacity in service to love. May that which is best discarded be done with reverence, for it may serve another in other ways. Ooh, that was kind of mean. May divine discernment be awakened within every human heart through divine empowerment and unconditional love, so it be. Yeah, let him be a blessing to someone else. That's a good way to put it. All right, focus right there. I charged it with my liver. May divine love bring awareness of value of what already is to every human heart. May all beings be supported in filtering what is no longer needed and honor what is of genuine benefit to the soul, according to divine grace and in service to the divine feminine wisdom evolving through humanity at this time, so be it. Hey, I'm sorry, Wolfman, you are no longer needed. I tried to tell you that, but they said that there was still more to juice out of you. I don't mean to juice you, bro, but you got a lot of work to do, bro. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry that you got used and abused in this, but you asked for the Dark Goddess, and you asked for shadow work, and you asked for love, and you're not accepting the Dark Goddess, the shadow work, or the love, and so therefore you're left with nothing more than your Dark Goddess feelings, your shadow work, and a lack of love. There's not much I can learn from you, my friend. As far as tarot, all you do is read into people's broken love, and that's not good, because you're just in a broken love situation if you're comfortable listening to that bullshit. I don't want to hear about your guys' broken love. You're supposed to get out there and love again, not keep loving the same old shit. Don't get me wrong, I love all of them. I love everybody, but if it's ended, it's because, and that's it's like, why aren't you talking? Because there's nothing to be said anymore. Unless you got something to say, then keep it moving. If I've got something to say, I go back and tell these dudes what I got to say. This, except for Marshall, we're not talking right now. You're like, why haven't we talked? They cut us off again. I told you. Why? Because I'm not in that bitch-ass mode like you. When I get back there, I'll be there with you. It was just healing, I guess. And that's it. They cut us off. In the sense of, we just keep on, There's going to be other... I hate to be so mean, but, you were everything I wanted, but I don't want to have to deal with it if you're not dealing with it. And that was the thing that I learned with each and every one of these guys. I can love you through this, but I'm not going to do it if you're not going to do it. And that's just all I see upon you is you won't even acknowledge that there is something severely wrong with you, and you're all high and mighty and you're bullshit, and whatever, it's all good for you, whatever, whatever conscious makes it through your day where you can feel good about your life, that's cool. But the shit I see you doing with your life is not something that would be entertaining for me or my children. You have to literally spend, for 12 signs, even if you're only doing 15 minutes, bro, that's hours. And you're not just doing those. You're doing, you know what I mean, extendeds, and you're doing personal readings, and then you're doing monthly readings, and you're doing all this shit, and this is your business, and, you know, that's cool, but I'm not in the business of fucking tarot. I don't even care for it like that. I don't even read it like that. I'm a healer. And I'm just trying to be around people that want to heal. They don't have to be healed. I don't expect it. This is a healing journey. I'm just trying to be, that's what it is to guide people through this journey, not people that don't want to take the journey, that are too scared about it. And, you know, you talk a lot of shit, but you got a lot to do. And, you know, if you want to take the journey, that's cool, but I'm not cool on that. So, and that goes back to other people. It's like, you know, this sounds really bad, but it's like, that's what it said. May all beings be supported in filtering what is no longer needed and honoring what is of genuine benefit of the soul. According to divine, or no, where did it say? No. May that which is disregarded be done with reverence, for it may serve another in other ways. Meaning, dude, you're like, you know, you're a whole boy toy, and you know, girls love that, but I don't need that. You can get girls aroused, and that's great, but the arousal is like, you know, that's not, no, I'm cool. I just wanted to say that. It's like, you know, in the sense of what are we shedding? I mean, a lot of it, but especially this guy, like, where the fuck you, and I said it, they brought you in because I wouldn't just finish off this stuff with the twin flames. And I had to see something, you know what I mean? I had to see something outside of the twin flames to finish it off and have compassion. To see that it wasn't just twin flames, but it's all of them. Because I'd been so wrapped up in these twin flames and having to stare at them that I hadn't seen anything new. But only to see that everything outside is exactly the same as what I'm inside. Meaning there's no greener grass. There's no greener grass, bro. You can go out there and try to find out, but I didn't. And that's why I said, are you a lesson or a blessing? You know, you're a fucking lesson. And in the lesson, it's an absolute blessing. Because all I did was, you know what I mean? It pushed me. You pushed me to extremes, in the sense of I'm not going to deal with it with you, because I could have dealt with this with someone else before you. And in dealing with them directly means I don't even have to talk to you about it. I've already had to have this conversation with someone before I got to you. And that's the first thing I said to him. I totally, like, called him out and said he was all of these people. I was like, that wasn't fair to put all of them on you, but you live up to all of them. In the sense of you're all the same. And that's okay. I love all of you with all of your imperfections. And I'm not asking you to be perfect. I'm asking you to face that these things are mildly not even your fault, and mostly something within your control to fix if you just do what I do, which is, you know, in essence, align with what I do in my life in order to help your life. So, you know, when you let, you know what I mean, disregard it, or made that which is best disregarded or discarded, meaning the things that you have to let go with reverence, for it can serve another. Meaning I let you go to, you know what I mean, like, go be free. Thank you for what we've done, but be free. And that's to, like, kind of the whole situation. Ultimately, is you just kind of let people free. You let yourself free of the situation. It's a hard fight to get to that point. But that's what you're going towards, is freedom. There's a lot of chaos and destruction and painfulness when you're getting to the place of, you know, peace and freedom. But it is well within your reach. And it's not in a relationship. You guys are constantly, even him, he's like constantly looking for a relationship. You're looking for this. You're looking for everything outside of you guys. And the only reason I know that is because I spent all this time looking outside of me, and I found everything inside. I'm okay with me. Here's your affirmation to say 3 times. I choose to honor and integrate to full beneficial extent all that enters my world, and discard with reverence and gratitude that which no longer serves my soul. And I posted that. I'm looking back. That was crazy. I said it over and over and over. I couldn't believe it. I listened to Real Motherfucking G's after I posted that, and I was like, dude, he murdered him so bad before he ever died, bro. He murdered Dre. He murdered Snoop, dude. He's told everyone these are some fucking whack-ass gangsters, wannabes. And then we look back 50 fucking years later, and every word he said about him is absolutely true. And you look back at the cringe words of what they said at the beginning of their careers and how they had no cadence, no flow, no nothing, that they were just actors on screens. And it's like, oh my God. And he's like, it's time to pay the piper. I was like, oh my gosh. Full circle. In the sense of that album was my first hip-hop album, my first rap album ever, dude, was The Chronic. And I sang every song in schools, like I'm a white girl in white communities singing black music and, you know what I mean, all of that, all about that life, you know what I mean, and always about the black communities. And this was the beginning, this was the foundation of the, you know, this was the anthems to the way of life, you know what I mean, West Coast for life. And when Pac came in and he said no more, it was hard. Even Nicki Minaj, I'll catch myself, I didn't skip the song, I'm like, oh, she's still playing. Like, when the spirit speaks, no more, it's no more. I don't really know. And then, yeah, they'll show me afterwards. I'm like, ugh. Oh, you was working with Russ? Oh, okay. And then they show me the bigger picture. Look at how she acts with women. Look at how she does all this. You don't need to be listening to a girl like this. You don't need to be singing this girl's songs. You don't need to be paying this girl homage or money when you're not this girl. But I used to be. Yeah, but you're not anymore. And then you're like, well, what do I listen to? You better make your own music, bitch, because this shit is off. It's kind of where they're kind of guiding me, because I don't. I listen to the old times. I listen to, you know what I mean, the music that resonates, you know, that old school rock and roll, that old school hip hop, that old school fucking, you know what I mean, that late night bumping. No, just kidding. Because this isn't my, you know, I'm old, I guess, ultimately. I mean, let's just face the fucking facts of life. But I don't resonate with the shit that's coming out your mouth. But there's people that are just like me that don't resonate, so maybe we need to make some shit for the people like me. We, the people, need some shit to bounce to. But it is difficult changing something, going back to Dre and Snoop. I know every word of every song that ever was. But every time that song comes on, we don't play that no more because I'm not that girl no more. And by playing it, it's just putting me in a small place of who I used to be, acting like a small-ass version of myself, on some weak-ass shit, talking shit, being a, you know what I mean, a low vibrational bitch out here. You know what I mean? How I look like out there like that. Not to say that I don't listen to all kinds of fucking gangster music. But I'm just saying, it's like when they say it's time to elevate out of a situation, it's only for the betterment of yourself. Meaning, I don't want to look stupid right about now supporting Dre and fucking Snoop when they can't even make more than 50,000 fucking sales. That's embarrassing, bro. After a Super Bowl and after everything, he went to the Olympics, all this shit, Mr. Juneteenth, all of that, and they couldn't even make 50,000 units? Yeah, bro. How does it feel to be their friend, Marshall Mathers? The mic is in your mouth. I love you, Marsha. They told you first. And that's it. They were trying to protect you, too. Like, you don't want to be caught up with these people. These aren't your peoples no more, bro. No, but these are my peoples. Not no mores. Not no mores. And that's where it is. It's like, oh. And that was the studio. These aren't your people anymore. You're going to find new studio people. I got better people. A better studio. A better plan for you. Okay. You're going to work with better artists. Or maybe not any this time. No, I'm trying to collaborate with the big guys. In the sense of, you're kind of small, but we can make you bigger than life. Talking about Kanye. I was real ass about that. I didn't tell him. I didn't even send it to him. It's like, bro, what are you going to do with your life? If you're not doing the right thing with your life, it's not going to go right. Stop doing this shit that you think that you know what I mean? The old ass shit. Oh, I'm going to call so-and-so that I used to talk to that don't talk to me no more. What the fuck? Why aren't they answering the phone? Because you don't talk no more. You want to sit down and talk about that? Or you just want to keep dialing numbers in your fucking phone of people that don't want to talk to you because you done said some shit or did some shit. Maybe we should revisit those before you start calling people on some shit. That's some good shit. I love you guys. I'm just trying to help you and help myself and change the world. With that being said, I'm going to let you go. I feel like we still have a Kabbalah. Oh man, there's probably going to be another video later. It's still early. I'm going to have another meal. Maybe a nappy nap or a bath or something other than this. I've been doing a lot. And we just do what we can. And, even for a day off, it's like, what does that mean? It just means I do more spiritual work than I do physical work. You know what I mean? Where's the off? Is there an off button? When we go to sleep. But if you notice, you can bring a lot back from there too. Hey, later, haters.